It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Hello, everyone, and happy holidays. Thank you so much for tuning into the Divas That Care. My name is Candace Gish. I am so excited. Today we have a fantastic show for you. Esther Bernstein is back in the house, and I am beyond excited to have her. If this is your very first time tuning into the Divas That Care, a huge welcome to you. The Divas That Care is now in its 11th season. We are listened to in over 30 countries around the world. And it's because of all of our amazing listeners out there that we are able to do this. So a big thank you to all of you. Lately, we've been doing these amazing special podcasts. You know, I'm so excited about them. We have been doing them because we have an anthology that is coming out. It's an animal anthology, and it's called Animal Prints on My Soul. And the amazing Esther is actually one of the contributors to that. And so I have the pleasure of interviewing her for today's program. So I know you guys are going to love it. All right, Esther, welcome back to the Divas. I am so excited to be talking to you again.
Thank you, Candace. It's great to be back, and I appreciate you including me in the anthology. It's something I'm really looking forward to.
Oh, my goodness. I'm excited because it's an amazing story, and you're an amazing person. But before we kind of dive into that part of it, would you mind introducing yourself to our listeners today?
Yes, my name is Esther Bernstein, and I am the founder of Sapphire Sanctuary, a horse rescue in Los Angeles. And we've been around since 2008, so we're going on our 13th year here.
Amazing.
I'm also
I can't believe it's been that long.
Yeah, it's been a while. And as Candace, I'm also the author of the book Changing Horses, which is about the history of Sapphire Sanctuary and how and why we came to be.
Lovely. And where can a person purchase that?
They can purchase Changing Horses on our website or through Amazon, available both in paperback, hard copy, and on Kindle.
That's perfect. And I recommend that to our listeners because it's an amazing story, and I know that you guys are going to fall in love with what she is doing. All right, Esther, I am excited, as I said, to have you on our program again, but I want to ask you, why did you decide to submit your story to our anthology?
I felt the story was important because it was aligning with what the Divas do, and it was a story about feminine empowerment and really about self-love and the consciousness of what females actually go through both in human and animal form. And so it was a very special experience that I decided to share with the readers because it touched me deeply, actually changed the direction that I was going on regarding our rescue. And I know that after the story was told to many people, it actually changed their lives as well. So it's a story coming from the voice of a horse, and they have so much to teach us, and I just wanted to be able to get that message out in honor of this particular horse and the horses we share the world with.
Oh, my goodness. I love that. And I don't want you to say too much about your story, but can you kind of give us some little tips on or little things about your story?
Yes. The story was based on an actual dream that I had. It involves a racehorse, and while I'm no longer in the racing industry, that was really the reason she reached out to me. And it's about what she was actually going through at the time and why she actually needed some help, even though it didn't seem like from an outsider's point of view that this horse actually needed help.
That's amazing. And I love how that you said it was kind of a dream for you. Why this specific one?
The reason was because when I actually had the dream about this particular horse, she gave me her name. And the name haunted me. And when I actually looked up her name, she was a real horse, an actual horse.
Wow.
And through our animal communicator friend that I have, we actually connected with her and had the conversation. And so the story is about the conversation we had and what she told us. So it was truly a communication. It wasn't just a dream. It was a literal cry for help. And I just felt that if something is going to reach out to you in a dream and make it that apparent that this is not really a dream, this is something important that really needed to be shared with the world.
I think so too. And how powerful is that?
It was very powerful. It changed my life.
And how did it do that? Because I know that I've had the opportunity to talk with all the authors now, and their stories have made such an impact, and that was the biggest reason why they wanted to share them with us. But how has it impacted you?
Yeah, the story that she told us put us on a more spiritual path to running the sanctuary. So, while there was a lot of, great rescues out there, and we were doing what we could do, we needed to take it actually a step further and educate people not only about the care of these animals, but what they go through emotionally, and doing things really more from their perspective rather than how a human thinks something should be approached. So it was a learning experience for me on how to shift what I had been doing for, 35, 40 years, and then saying, okay, maybe I really haven't been doing this to the best of my ability. How can I improve on myself and what I do?
I hear that a lot lately. It's almost like there's an awakening. We're becoming more in tune with everything around us, nature, animals, people, the spirit. And is that what you're finding also?
Yeah, people are becoming more interested in what the rest of the world has to say that isn't necessarily coming from a human voice. And they're paying more attention to the world. The world, Mother Earth, she is our greatest teacher. And if we don't start listening to her more often than the other voices that we're listening to on the media or whatever, if we don't start tuning in more, we're going to not have a Mother Earth. And I think it's really her call for help as well, to say, hey, pay attention. Yes, humans are important, but we're not the be-all and end-all, and we must include all species as equals in order to ensure our survival as a species.
Can I ask you why you think our anthology right now is going to help people? Do you think that they're going to want to read a book like this?
I think so. I think more people are looking to books like this and information that's outside of mainstream media, because there's information in the experiences that people have that's so important to our development as a community, as a species, as we're going through these changes. And we're looking for a new way to connect. We're looking for a new way to be inclusive of each other. And it's not actually new, it's just something that we have forgotten how to do.
I think you're right there, Esta. I think that we are surrounded with so much technology and so much advancement that we forgot to be connected with, as you were saying, Mother Earth, and with nature, with animals, with spirit, all of that. We've kind of lost touch with that. And I feel like there's a lot of people reconnecting, finding themselves. And I don't know if it's because as getting older myself that I'm finding that I want to be more connected to my surroundings.
Yeah, I think that as we do get older, we realize what we've been missing out on. And our priorities change, and, hopefully for the better. I think with the lockdowns and the isolation, this has really been a recalibration of what the world is supposed to be. And hopefully people are going to awaken to the importance of connection, and that not to take being isolated and segregated and all the things that have been separating us, not to take that to heart and to step beyond it and get back into being together with all of nature and all of our people.
Yes.
It's going to be super important for people like us and others to come together and make sure that we don't forget where we came from.
I feel exactly the same thing. Thank you, Esther, so much for sharing that. Oh, I love it. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for your story, and I can't wait for our amazing listeners to check it out. So, Esther, how can our listeners get a hold of you? I think it's really important that you share your information so they can check out even your sanctuary.
So they can find me at, there's 3 different ways. We have sapphiresanctuary.org. Sapphire is spelled S-A-F-F as in Frank, Y-R-E, sanctuary.org, all one word. They can go to changinghorses.com, which is the educational program we have, which is inclusive of the book, documentary that's going to be coming out at some point, and the teachings. And then they can also find me at estabernstein.com.
Oh, thank you so much. It was such a pleasure to have you on the program. And I know myself, and there's a couple I mentioned earlier to you, the other hosts on the Divas That Care that would love to have you back on to chat further with what you're doing.
I'd be honored to do that. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it was my pleasure. And for all of our listeners, the Animal Prints on My Soul anthology is going to be out right away here. We are so excited, and please check it out. You want to read Esther's amazing story. It will inspire you to do so much out there. Esther, again, I am so happy that you're a part of our anthology. I am so happy that you're a part of the Divas. And I hope that you have such an amazing Christmas season, and I'm looking forward to chatting with you in the new year.
You too. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. And a big shout out to all of our amazing listeners. Thank you so much for checking out today's program. Make sure you check out all the other programs that we've done for these special episodes on our newest anthology. We want you to check them all out to see what all these amazing stories are all about, because you're going to be inspired. All right. Thank you again, Esther. Thank you to all of our amazing listeners, and I hope that you do something kind. Until next time, everyone.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.